Hey there guys, I am Renroth, welcome back to the Jacko Zhang player career mode. We don't have too much to start off with honestly, so let's get right into Jack's stats. Righto, no change for the overall or value. Scored a couple of goals though, and it's the same development. It's going to get a lot slower after the first season because it requires a lot to work those up after you get the first easy ones, but Jack's good, and we're gonna go get some more. First match of today's episode is going to be at home against Wigan. I don't know where they're at in the table, but I know they're not the strongest side in the BPL, so we should have a decent time against them. Here we are, everybody. Welcome back to the bowling ground. West Ham and Wigan about to kick off. Jack, of course, playing at right back. Where else would you expect? Things have been going well so far in the Premier League. Quick look at the table. Oh, Wigan are sitting dead bottom. Perfect, and we're in third. And we've got a game on hand. Things looking good. With a win here, we can step above Arsenal. Valencia breaking forward, but Valencia wins the ball, slides it into Carroll, and it's just past the post. An early chance for West Ham. Free kick from the top of the box for Wigan. It's up and over. It's off the bar and easily rebounded in. Nobody followed the man running through. Fairly poor defending, especially to give away the foul. It was a silly tackle, and we've gone behind early. Quick look at that again. Decent free kick, always on frame. Comes back off the bar, and nobody read it like the striker. Easy goal for Wigan. And it's through the gap again. Another chance for Wigan. There's just no marking. The defense is playing so poorly. He really should have done better with that, but he scuffed the shot. Lunging tackle from behind. Gets away with it. Another one. Jack's beating his man. Going with pace. He's got a lot to beat. He's done it though. Tries to cross, but it's deflected behind for a corner. Good run for Jack. Thrown into the middle for Morrison. He clips it forward. Coyote brings it down. Now Jack floats into the back post. Carroll's there, and it's saved, but he was offside. Valencia avoids the tackle. Coyote finds Noble. It's in behind to Carroll. He finds the shot, and it's in. There we go. It's been scary times at the back for West Ham, but the strikers are on point and pulled it back fairly quickly, taking advantage of all the space. And Andy Carroll has equalized. Great run, great pass to find him. Just the cut to throw off the defender, and the first time shot along the ground. It's a good finish. El Habsi couldn't get down to stop it. Morrison, now Jack again. Through the gap, finds Morrison in the box. Drops it to Jack. Hits it, and it's saved. Ball goes to the middle. Tompkins is up. Jack gets the scissor kick on it, but it's gone wide. A really spectacular attempt from Jack. I didn't think he had that in his locker, but apparently he does. Turns it, puts it to the top of the box. Trying to work his way in. Again with space. The shot goes wide. Jack with the throw. Just uses the short ball. Swings across, looking to Valencia. It's flicked on to Carroll. He turns and hits it. Valencia with the rebound. El Habsi can't just scoop it up. And that's the end of the half. Very scary at the beginning. Wigan were in complete control for the first 15 minutes. But finally our defenses sorted themselves out. Our attack has done well to create chances. It's the midfield we're still weak in, losing possession a lot and not winning it back as quickly. Back out again. It's headed away. Knocked back in. Adrian flaps at it, and it's headed clear. Into the corner now. Oh, it's poor defending from Tompkins. Cresswell can't get to it, and it's flicked over the bar for a goal kick. He's given a corner, though. Swings in. Headed on goal. It's wide. Adrian going short. He's given it away, and the shot was poor. They're trying to find the space. Jack is in the box now. Cuts his man. Trying to find the space for a shot. Cuts around, turns on goal, he squeezed it in at the near post. Jack has got a goal, and he might just be the hero. Completely mishit the shot, I think. It might have been enough to throw the keeper off. Great turn, burst, hits it. Keeper couldn't get down. He's been beaten on the ground twice now today. And Jack has perhaps grabbed a winner. Ball goes out to the wing. Jack's got to make a tackle. He does, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Well defended. Morrison just uses Jack. Now to Nolan. Chance for Serate. Jack's got the space, but he doesn't have the skills. Oh, he's almost in to win it as the full-time whistle goes. And Jack is once again the hero in this series, grabbing a late winner for West Ham. It was a freaky kind of match. Wigan were strong from the beginning, kept pressing, but their defense broke down just one too many times, and they come home with nothing. Jack ends the match at 9.8. 1 goal, 3 shots on target. The passing, fairly decent. A couple of key passes. The crossing was okay. Tackling, really good. I don't know if it's just the Premier League status that makes that work so much better. Only out of position a few times. An interception. Ball retention, who cares about that? It makes no sense after all. And a header, ending at 9.8. Generous perhaps, but Jack is on hot form. Alright guys, back in the hub, and I think I saw something of note. Where would it be? Well, there's the Ireland squad. We're not in it. That's not what it was. Did I see it? Where did it go? Player of the month announced. It is Jack Ojang. How about that? What a legend. Can't ask for any more than that. Next match, we are away to Hull. Good break. Jack is on top condition. So here we go. One more match for Jack to tear apart. West Ham have arrived at the KC Stadium to face Hull City. KC, Kansas City, Kaiser Chiefs, Kentucky Chicken. I don't know what that is, but that's what they are. With that win, we have stepped into second place with a game on hand on Liverpool, so if we can win this match by 2 or more goals, we could end up first. Hull City, of course, down near the bottom. But we're not going to say it's going to be an easy match because we did that last time and it nearly bit us. So the boys are going to play hard and hopefully we're going to win. It's knocked out wide. Good tackle from Jack this time, and he's kept possession. Ball comes through the middle now. A long shot, and it's in the net. Wow! I did not expect that to go in, but Hull have taken a lead. They've had all the possession and a lot of good chances, but it's the unlikeliest that's gone in. It had some wicked swerve and wicked dip, but not that much power on it. Just laid across, hit from about 30 yards, just curling at the near post. It must have had a lot of bend because it looked like it was going wide. Quite a lot of bend. Adrian not quite getting down far enough, and it just sneaks in at the near post. Finding gaps all over now. West Ham are completely turned off. It's a good tackle. The shot goes wide. Jack's got it, trying to avoid the support. He's pulled back, and the referee blows for halftime as Jack was on a promising run. Handful of jersey. Not much you can do about it if the half's over. One free goal from Hull. It came in a manner we're not expecting. They've had all the possession. West Ham have hardly got forward. They just haven't been able to keep possession. As soon as we win the ball back, it's hoofed upfield, and Hull start their attack again. Needs better in the second half. Jack nearly brought down. Just crosses it in. Header up. It's just wide. Put across. Jack's arriving. It's flicked, and it's just over the bar. Jack arrives. Squares it across. Now there's Jack. Cuts it back. He's around his man. Finds the space. Curls the shot. Headed strongly away. Nobody chases it down. Down the wing. Crossed in. Cresswell's beaten at the back post, but it goes wide. Needs some help in the back. They're just standing off, given the space, and it's an easy finish for Hull. None of the defenders wanted to make a tackle. They were content just standing near their man as they pinged it about the box and left them with an open finish. It's been really poor from West Ham's defence today. Jack doing as much as he can out on the wing, trying to mark 3 players while everyone just stands off. There really is no attempt to make a tackle. That was one pass, no marking, no attempt to make a tackle, and no one marking there either. It's really poor defending. Adrian could have made the save, but really didn't spread himself well at all. Lofts up over the top. Headed down, finds Carroll. Over the top, but nobody's going to get to that. Headed back to the keeper. He's holding on to it forever, trying to end the game with the ball in his hands. He's held it for about 2 minutes there. And there's the full-time whistle. It was not our day. The center backs were off, the midfield was off, the strikers couldn't find any space. And not to mention the fact that most of stoppage time was burned off with the ball in the keeper's hands. A 2-0 loss, and that will be our first of the season. Jack getting a 6.6, which is okay considering I'm betting the rest of the team were down with 4s and 5s. They were atrocious. 1 shot on goal from Jack, not bad. The passing was good, a key pass, some good crosses. Tackling was 50-50, which is not too bad overall. An interception, out of position a bit more, ball attention a little bit better, a clearance, but not so good in the air. Alright, back in the hub, we have an email to look at. It's players leaving on international duty. Morrison and Jarvis called away to England, Joey O'Brien to Ireland again, Jaskelainen to Finland, and Valencia is going to Ecuador. The only one that I'm concerned about is Valencia, but we do have Zarate to replace him, so I think we'll still be okay. After a nice long break, everyone is refreshed. I think even the international players that we just mentioned have been and gone and come back and should be recovered well. But West Ham return home to play against Sunderland. Jack, of course, in the lineup. Looking at our choices down here just below. Zarate is in. I'm not sure if that's because Valencia is just tired or if he's still away. But everything else looks dandy. Back at the Bowling Ground, West Ham are taking on Sunderland for the 3rd and final match of this episode. A win and a loss is not ideal. Let's see if we can have a look at the table. There it is. We've dropped to 4th, but we're still only 3 points off Liverpool, who are on top. Sunderland struggling in mid-table. Another fairly tough test ahead of us, but let's go. Played at the top. This long shot. Turning, it was going to be a hard one, and he's put it over the bar. No ball behind Jack, he wanted it into the corner. Whipped across, looking to Carroll, he's got a head to it, and it's just put wide. Oh, and that was halftime. I thought it was just a goal kick, but we are at halftime. Kind of poor and scrappy from both sides, a couple of half chances. That last one perhaps the best, finding Carroll with the header. But we need to see better in the second half. Kevin Nolan going to the near post. Jack is up, he can't get the touch. Carroll knocks it away. It's headed on goal by Carroll, and what a save! Played off, trying to find the space. It's in behind the Jack, he gets a slide on it, but it's saved after deflection. Put up over the top. Kayate just nods it down again. Good aerial command of the midfield. Over the top for Zarate. He heads on goal first time. Another big save. Play to the back post. Headed out, but not far enough. Flicked on goal, and it's just wide. It's got to go long from Adrian. Down the middle it goes. Valencia flicks it on, but there's no more time, and it will be a scoreless draw against Sunderland for West Ham. We created some chances. Keepers made some great saves today. But nothing more than a draw for either side. West Ham, I think, deserving more. Jack sitting at another average 6.5. It was a fairly scrappy kind of game. Lots of midfield giving the ball away. Jack did okay. 1 shot that went on target, which was good. Passing was alright. A couple of missed ones. A key pass. Crossing not so good. The tackling 2-1 means we're on target for today's game. A couple of interceptions, out of position a lot, ball retention less good, and not good in the air for Jack today. Before we finish up this episode and have a look at the league table, quick piece of news here that the manager loves Jack. He is being a legend, performing so well, especially since he only came from an Irish team. And everybody loves Jack Ojang. Overall, not a particularly good episode for West Ham, but we haven't fallen too far. Sitting in 5th, we're still in Champions League places, and still only 2 points off the top of the table. All the top teams dropping points: Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City. At least it's looking a bit more realistic with the bigger teams near the top, except for West Ham and Southampton sitting just behind. Let's see who's surprisingly bad. Really only Spurs are sitting a bit lower than they might be predicted. They're down in 10th. But that is all for now. We need to score more goals is what I'm seeing there. It's a good thing we have our goal differential to keep us, fairly up. We're not conceding that many, which is good. Thank you for watching. I have been Ranroth. Jack Ojang appreciates your views. Leave comments on how you think this episode went. What changes would you make to anything? We don't have any control over it, but what do you think? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next Jack Ojang player career video. Peace out, homies.